Have you noticed that you haven't seen a single Democrat call to abolish ICE, despite everything that's happening right now? Think about that for a second. Isn't that crazy? ICE is the secret police force in America, and the people should be against that. They've been victimizing our communities. We should all be against this. They tear us apart and violate our rights and surveil us. We should all be against that. In the hands of the Trump regime, ICE has been expanded massively, and this is only the first year. What do you think is going to happen over the next 3 or potentially more? They got their foot in the door by saying we're going after violent migrants. And then we all watched as they climbed their way up the ladder, going from undocumented alleged criminals to any undocumented person with a criminal record ever, to any documented person, to people with visas and green cards. And we're now at the point where the Department of Justice has been given the blank check by the Trump regime to denaturalize any citizen who has been naturalized for any purpose. It is that, a blank check with the intended purpose of going after political enemies to the American empire or the Trump regime, such as critics of the state of Israel, which is outlined in this DOJ memo. Do you know what happens if you become a non-citizen in the United States? You are handed over to ICE. ICE is the secret police force for the Trump regime, going after its critics, deporting the people of color in this country. They fuel xenophobia without actually improving security. I hate having to say this, but credible research shows that undocumented people in America commit crimes at a far lower rate than natural-born citizens. This reality is so pronounced that the downward trend of crime in America is credited to the expansion of immigration. You will hear Democrat politicians say some of the things I just said about ICE, but not all of them. They never put it together and say, abolish ICE, no secret police for America. You may be asking the obvious question, what would we do without ICE? How would we handle immigration? We'll be fine. ICE is a new invention, an on-ramp for authoritarianism created in 2003 under the Department of Homeland Security. For 200 years prior, America handled our immigration just fine. In fact, ICE is redundant. We have the Customs and Border Protection. Within that, the Border Control, who operate our ports of entry and manage illegal crossings. We have USCIS. We have the U.S. Marshal Service. We have immigration courts. We have many overlapping agencies with a mandate to handle immigration, and that's what they're doing. And even if there were some massive problem that would spring out of nowhere if ICE was abolished, that would probably be healthier for our country than what's going on now with this secret police force. So to see 99% of elected Democrats not call to abolish ICE, not call to shut down the secret police, is mind-boggling. It's disgusting. It's yet another example that the Democrats represent nothing. They stand for nothing. That is why they are losers. When all you do, when all you spend your energy on is symbolic word salad, to make people think you're on the right side, you actually stand for nothing. You actually won't do anything. And that is exactly what we've seen play out under Trump 2.0. They'll give us all the words about, oh no, Mr. Garcia, oh no, Mahmoud Khalil, oh no, look what ICE is doing, but never stand for anything. They never give us a plan of action that they actually stand for. The Democrats would rather symbolically stand against something and lose than promise you anything and win. That's what we saw in 2024 with Harris, who refused to promise us a simple arms embargo on a genocidal rogue state that is Israel, and she lost because of it. There's a lot more to that conversation, but that's in some of my other videos. Anyways, if you appreciate my work, please interact with this video, follow me for more, subscribe to my Substack if you'd like to support me. Thank you.